1 month ago was the first day of Passover, and we had spent the first night of the holiday at my parents' house in Cleveland Heights, enjoying the Seder with my parents, my brother, and his family. We ended pretty late, and I woke up fairly early in order to make it back to JFX for the minyan in the morning, because we had a bris scheduled here, none other than our assistant rabbi Josh and his family, their son's bris, and I was heading back to Cleveland Heights, from Cleveland Heights to University Heights to JFX, and as I'm walking, I like taking advantage of those long walks. The weather was nice, it was early in the morning, the sun was shining, the birds were chirping. I like to use it as like a meditative opportunity to say my morning prayers slowly and meaningfully and just enjoying, the surroundings. And as I start reciting the blessing, I notice that there's a couple, a corner of my eye on the same side of the street as I am. I don't want to be rude and walk by them and not greet them because I'm praying, and surely don't want to ignore their greeting. So I cross the street, so by the time I reach up to where they're standing, I'm not near them, and I wouldn't be considered rude for walking by on the other side of the street, minding my own business. But as I'm passing them by, just after I had started my blessing, the man waves his hand and says, "Come here, we need your help." And I look and I see that the woman is an older woman. She was sitting on the floor with a cane next to her. I couldn't tell if she was homeless. She had this big bag of garbage next to her, a garbage bag, but the man said, "He needs my help." I come over there and he said, "The woman, she fell down, she can't get up, I need your help." And I just started my prayer, so instead of my intended 20-minute meaningful expression of prayer, I ran through that prayer as fast as I could, mumbling the words, trying my best to think of what I'm saying, and then I apologized. I said, "I'm so sorry, I was just saying a Jewish prayer." The man says, "No worries, God bless you, thank you for helping." We helped lift the woman up, and I go on my merry way, and I'm thinking, why in the world would God put me in this opportunity where I have the chance to say a blessing with meditation and with connection, and then right then, as soon as I begin, I have this mitzvah to help her up, and I have to choose. Why not give me the chance to help a woman in distress 20 minutes later? And then someone pointed out to me the story in the Torah of when Abraham was recuperating from his bris, and Hashem had come to communicate with him, to have this divine prophetic interaction with him. And as Abraham's enjoying this experience, there's a knock on the door of his tent, and 3 people show up. And they look like Arab nomads who are worshiping idols. And Abraham stopped his experience with Hashem, communicating with the divine, in order to do the mitzvah of Hachnasat Orchim, of taking care of his guests, of creating a sanctification of God's name by doing this tremendous act of chesed with strangers. And that gave me a new insight into the story that had happened to me. Like, here I was on my way to perform a bris on the holiday of Passover, the holiday of Abraham, when we were chosen to be ambassadors for God. And here I had to choose between stopping my communication with Hashem through my prayer to help someone in need. Maybe Hashem was giving me this modern day opportunity to also have to choose, and to choose to be an ambassador first and then have my personal divine connection second. And I think it's a great insight and an eye-opening realization that whenever Hashem puts a mitzvah in our path, whenever we have a chance to help someone or to do something meaningful and spiritual and Torah connected, even if it seems like there's another conflicting value we have to choose from, we have to make the decision, what is the higher value for us to choose from, and then realize that we're not giving up on the opportunity to do the other mitzvah, but rather we're choosing to do the one that is meant for us to do, to be the greatest ambassador that we can be at that moment. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.